Be the change you want to see in the world. This is a famous quote from Gandhi. And I first read this quote when I was in Office Depot in San Francisco. At the time I was shopping, I was looking for a notebook. And I thought it was really cool and powerful. And at the same time, I doubted myself if I can become the change that I want to see, because I thought it was too much commitment. It would put me in a vulnerable position. But I was drawn to this quote, so I ended up buying this notebook. And I used to believe that I would be better off by following others back in my journey. And I was hoping to see some changes that I want to see. I wanted to see others make those changes for me because I was not confident enough to take actions at the time. And back then I had a low self-esteem. Staying small and quiet was my main strategy to live my life in order to avoid dramas, because I didn't like drama. Then I faced the multiple dead ends that helped me realize that it's time to drop the old strategy, because I couldn't feel emotionally fulfilled anymore. It didn't work. I realized that it was not a sustainable way to live. And emotional wellness has been my ultimate goal that I wanted to achieve. That was the definition of success to me. So I started looking for ways that can help me have a deeper satisfaction in life. Then I realized why this quote has truth in it. Be the change that you want to see in the world. This word is like a mirror reality. Everything that is present in the outer world is also present in the inner world. Any change made in the inner world is projected in the outer world. Once I realized that, I knew that it is impossible to see the real change in the outer world without making the change within myself. Just as you can't see yourself smiling in the mirror when you're frowning. So you can start living your life when you choose to design your life. To design your life, you need to have clarity on what you want. To have clarity on your desire, you need to let go of the desire that others want you to do and be authentic to yourself. So remove yourself from negative environments that limit yourself. What helped me along my journey was to stay alone and be free from others' expectations. And even though people often see me as a person who is balanced and calm, reserved, I actually get easily affected by my immediate environment. So I had to be consciously aware of my internal state and set a proper boundary with others. This helped me step into my zone and get clear about what I want. And what I mean by what I want is my soul desire, my heart's desire. And all these changes didn't happen in the linear time, but the initial change occurred in the mental state when I'm looking back. I started changing how I think and my core beliefs. And once I changed my beliefs, I thought it would be possible to take actions that are aligned with the new beliefs, which I used to consider impossible and so daunting before I changed how I think. And once I started acting differently, I started facing a different type of people in my life who are aligned with my new beliefs, which is really cool. So for example, back in my days, I rarely saw people who live for dreams. But the majority of people were those who live for others' expectations and do the things that they don't like, but to please others. Or those people who are going through emotional difficulty at quite an extreme level. And that was a period of time when I mainly focused on what others think of me and my own emotional trauma. When I started taking actions, even if they were baby steps, I started coming across people who are confident about themselves and living for their dreams. So my internal state started reflecting on the outer world, outer circumstances, my life, my reality. And knowing that I can have control over my internal world and the internal world mirrors the outer world was like a proof that anything is possible. And that was mind-blowing. And the positive quotes, the inspirational quotes were no longer just cliches, but truthful statements. And I'm sure that you would feel great to be liberate yourself from limited beliefs. I believe that you always have choices to go any direction you want. So it's really about breaking the limits that you face and allow yourselves to see other possibilities that you wouldn't even imagine. And it'll be so amazing if more people start living for their dreams and for their heart. And have a beautiful day. Thank you.